shift this car. We are getting so close, I can smell the disappointment right now. I don't think it's going to be all that easy. I think there's always something stupid that's going to stop us from having, well, it will be fixed, but it's always something stupid. So we have the 95 rad in, or 95 fans in. We have the AC back in. We had to take it out to change a stud for a broken stud that was for the AC lines. We have AC lines with new gaskets in. So what Jeff is doing now, let me show you. We had the issue with the harness with the fuel rail now because that is not the same right here. So Jeff is just making some, we found some hose that already had a pre-bend to it, which kind of almost lines up with what we needed. So we're just taking the fittings off and we are making our own fuel hose. Obviously it's not going to be the hard plastic that came from factory, but unfortunately for now it is what it is. Like Jeff was saying, at least it looks right with the shape. Unfortunately, I do know someone that has the kit that we can make the hard line, which we probably will, but I don't know if you can get that little bend that goes around like your oil cap and stuff. I don't know if this kit would do that, obviously, because it's only hard plastic.
Yeah, but that's, if he has it, it's probably just a circle that's heated. You put it in and then you can do it. So you should be able to technically put it in, bend it, pull it out. And...
So for now, to get it fired up, we're doing that. As you see, we have our block offs for our EGR. We got everything back to where it's supposed to be. We don't have our brackets here just yet because, again, we are going to go with our custom stainless steel ones. I'll probably powder coat black. It's getting so close. Upper power steering pressure hose is not on yet because we're going to do that on the hoist, and our sway bars aren't on. Once we get this part done, we're going to jack up this side, we'll get the tires switched over, and we will put the rear flex line on. Talking about tires, let's check this out. So we do have our tires mounted. They actually look killer. Now the center caps I'm going to do either in the same kind of gunmetal vinyl or black vinyl. I was thinking about doing TSW and teal, but I think I might just do it in black. They're silver right now, they're textured, so you really can't do too much. I went with a smaller tire and it looks like we're going to clear the wheel well for how low it is. Just.
Close.
It should have been rolled, but I don't like rolling them. So we're getting to the nitty gritty. I like to hear it run tonight. That way we can finish up this video.
So jack it up, drain whatever oil is in it.
Put the new oil filter on, new oil in, put gas in it, and send it. So we're gonna finish up this couple stuff, guys, and we'll be back. We'll do a camera trip. We are like this close. Changing oil as we speak. We got coolant in the system, which was dripping out down below the bottom rad. I tightened it by hand.
What?
The
drain.
Just double check. It might still be a little wet down there from it, but well, obviously once the car is running, we'll be able to check everything if it runs. I always think the worst. So you will see we have it almost all 100% done. This is crazy to think.
Cars are never 100% done.
Yeah, we do have the power coated K-frame, rear knuckles, the rear adjustable rear arms.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to start it here in a second. We're going to put some oil in it. We're going to put this on and cut it smaller, and then the engine bay is pretty well done other than that looks pretty black, mixed with a whole bunch of stuff. Other than the intake that I was saying was not on because we painted it black. We got the heater hoses on, we got everything done. The only thing that we need to do after this is running is we need to get it in the other bay. We're going to need to do power steering line because these are due on the hoist. We have our vehicle speed sensor. Is different because this is a newer transmission because I just robbed it out of the other car, and oil pressure sensor, I believe. So nothing too crazy. It went up in the air. We are going to do the sway bars as well because we do have the aftermarket sway bars. So let's talk in and let's pour some oil in this bad boy. Fill it.
Should make you fucking laugh while you're pouring it.
Buddy, I got a freaking heart of freaking ice. Nothing's funny on my end. I'm just an overall asshole. Nothing on the power, on the nicely freshly power coated freaking thing. Freaking. Okay, need more. I'm gonna get a rag. I don't need a rag. It's right here. The whole thing has to be freaking power washed in here.
Yeah, by the time you get the...
Too much as it is.
Well, how much? Yeah, by the time it fills the filter, you're alright. It'll burn a little.
No, it's not.
It will use some with the freaking old neon.
I've never had a neon burn oil.
Use it a little bit.
No.
Yes.
Never.
It won't smoke like it's burning oil, but it will use some. They all do.
And I've never did oil changes on neons.
Oh, God. Alright, cooling system is filled up.
So now it's to put a battery in spot where my nice power rate is and extend the battery. Look at this, look at this. We have inner fenders. Mind you, they're not screwed to the bumper yet, and they're not screwed to the back of the fender yet because we need to put but yeah, they're all in. Nice. On both sides. Rims are on. Brakes. The brakes are bled. Bonus.
I think we did yesterday, yeah. Yeah, I know I filled it. Make sure it's still full. No leaks.
So far, nothing.
Nope.
Okay, battery.
Battery.
That one's too big. You have to use that one over there, I believe. You're gonna take this side off and change that little positive post. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous about this startup for a couple of reasons. We're so close to the car show that it needs to be done, and I'm kind of working on this one. I think we need Civic truck content. So Jeff's gonna put the booster pack on. I'm sure if that battery's any good. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, I got a brake light on. Oh, I see why. It's not grounded. Says it's on empty. We're gonna have to prime it a couple times.
Yeah.
I don't know if I hear anything priming.
I don't know. I hear the ECU turn on, but that's it. Graham. Same issue. It's because that transmission's nice and painted.
So I'm gonna say that's probably a fail for the first turn of the key.
Consider it's the exact same issue as mine.
We'll let Jeff clean up that ground and we'll be back. I'm gonna shift this car. Okay, so when he puts that on, this is going to be take two. Seems like it's already on. Battery light on, it's all off, perfect. It's a ground issue because when that comes on,
because the starter's not grounded properly.
The brake light comes on.
Not enough ground to start the turn. Guess it's all nice and painted.
Okay, so we've been having a lot of issues. It's muggy, it's like 40 degrees. We haven't really been videoing. We've changed the fuel pump. We've double checked our ground. We've jump started the auto start relay.
Yeah, fuel pump relay.
Fuel pump relay. And what we've narrowed it down to is we're not getting no RPM signal when we're trying to crank, which would be a crank sensor, which sucks because it's a brand new crank sensor from Rock Auto. So we went, or Jeff went, took one out of his car. We just put it in. We haven't started it yet, so we're hoping this is the issue, but we thought we'd show you guys at the same time. So I should be getting RPM when we go. We'll go up throttle. Starting. What?
Now that I think that don't gasket might not be any good.
So, it's running. Let's see if we can get it to idle. I don't know why it's not. Why is it not staying idling though?
What?
The car. It's what?
So much crap burning out.
What?
Part of the reason for that, no oxygen sensors are hooked up either. So you got that, and actually your valve cover gasket here is leaking.
Where?
Right on the front side.
So then we should be doing O2 sensors and checking the valve. I'm trying to see, I'm trying to check out, well, you can't really see.
You need to put the 95 sensors in because it's still got the newer ones in.
So where's the 95 sensors at?
What? The primary was still in the manifold. Secondary? That's a good question.
Okay guys, we're gonna come back once we change the valve cover gasket or fix the valve cover gasket. We're gonna change 102 because we have the primary one right now. Obviously this exhaust is off of 98, so it's gonna run a different O2 sensor. So I'm gonna have to, hopefully I have the other one as well. I don't know.
You should at least have the primary.
I should. So we'll go from there. And then once we're ready to start it back up, we'll come back. This video is going long. It's not pulling up the code to see what that was.
It won't now because I disconnected the battery.
Well, that'd be why. So, yeah, we'll be back. Okay, guys, I do apologize. The GoPro died. So we're going to see if this will start and run. We had to change the O2 sensors. We didn't have any that were 95 specific. So we had to make sure we used 98 ones, and we had to change the plugs. We had to cut and solder some plugs up. We got the new crank sensor in, and that should be all of our issues. And remember, this is a big cam car, so starting it could be a pain when it's cold. But let's fire it up. I'll show you how it sounds. And then tomorrow is Stan's East. So we're going to drive this to New Brunswick, which is probably 2.5 hours away for its first road trip. So I got to get a little driving in today just to make sure it's working good, and hope for the best for tomorrow. So let me show you. I love this cluster. All right. Shut that off before I get demonetized. Now really, you hear it, it sounds great. We're going to need to do a couple more things to it, just a couple small things. So the power coated cage frame's not in, the rear adjustable arms aren't in yet. Just a couple small stupid things, but we will get there. I do love how the SRT looks so close to this. So the SRT is still in the back burner. You know, it takes money that we don't have, so it's just sitting there waiting to get done. So this is almost done, guys. We're going to hopefully make it to New Brunswick tomorrow. I'll show you guys the video at Stan's East. And then there's a couple small things to do. And then it's time to start the new project, which would be the PT Cruiser convertible, the big turbo PT Cruiser. And the Civic truck's coming back. So the Civic truck has very little left unto it. So we might as well finish that up, get that on the road, and enjoy it this year. And as you see the line of GMs, it is what it is. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll definitely catch you on the next.